Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today we're making homemade caramel sauce with bone broth. This fun take on caramel sauce uses bone broth instead of traditional heavy whipping cream. And if you're wondering if it tastes like bone broth, it does not. It just tastes like a delicious caramel sauce with a little bit of a salty umami flavor that you guys are absolutely going to love. Let me show you guys how to make it. So you're only going to need 3 simple ingredients to make this homemade caramel sauce with bone broth. The first is I have 170 grams of cane sugar in a 3-quart pot. Now I'm using my new Our Place titanium pot for this. This is my new favorite caramel making pot. It heats up sugar so evenly and so well, which makes it perfect for dry burning the sugar to create a true caramel like we're doing today. So while you guys can use any kind of pot you like for this, using a pot that conducts heat well is going to be best. Next, you're going to need 57 grams of salted butter, and then of course, some bone broth. And so I'm using Kettle and Fire beef bone broth today. This is one of my favorite bone broths. I use it all the time. I especially like using their beef whenever baking or making sweet stuff because I feel like it's a little bit more neutral flavor than their chicken. You just want to stay away from a bone broth that is like a turmeric flavor or a mushroom. Stick to like a plain beef or a plain chicken. So as I mentioned, we're going to be using the method of dry burning the sugar. This is my favorite way of making caramel and what I believe is a true caramel. So first step is to put our sugar over the heat. And now you guys want to use a low to medium heat depending on your range. The trick when making true caramel is you guys want to have the heat hot enough that it's going to melt and caramelize the sugar, but low enough that it's not going to burn. So that may range from low to medium depending on how powerful your range is. So I have a gas range, I tend to go a little bit more towards low, but when I used to cook with my electric range at my bake shop, I was always on medium. Once you put the sugar over the heat, then it's just going to take a few minutes for the sugar to start warming up. Then you want to stir with a high heat spatula to evenly distribute the sugar so it can heat up evenly. The sugar will start to melt on the bottom, and then as you see it turn into a liquid, then you can stir it a little bit more and let those sugar crystals that haven't melted yet go to the bottom and let the sugar that has melted come up to the top. Continue to do this until all the sugar is completely melted and there are no clumps of sugar. You want to make sure that there's no chunks because if you add in the butter and there's still chunks of sugar, then you'll have clumps in your caramel. Once the sugar is completely melted, we're going to add in the butter. Make sure to stir rapidly as soon as you add in the butter to prevent burning. Be careful because steam will rise up. As soon as the butter is completely combined, then we're going to add in the bone broth just a little bit at a time. Be careful because steam will rise up. Continue to slowly add in the bone broth until it's completely combined. Then remove the caramel from the heat. Once the caramel is done, then it's time to remove it from the heat and we're going to transfer it to a glass jar. Now you guys want to store this in the fridge and let it chill completely. I like to do this overnight. The color will lighten a little bit and the caramel will become thicker. Use this bone broth caramel sauce just like you would use traditional caramel sauce. Drizzle it on ice cream, using coffees, or add to other desserts. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and leave a comment below. And if you want more creative ways to use bone broth, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me next time in the kitchen.